Kamala mouths off about Judge Kavanaugh. GOP senator shuts her up. That conservative girl, U.S. News from AdWorldNews.com. Senator Kamala Harris has been touted as a possible 2020 candidate for president. So she's always looking for some way to grandstand. Harris's latest stunt to get her name in the nightly news involved mouthing off about President Donald Trump's Supreme Court pick, Judge Brett Kavanaugh. However, having had enough of Kamala's games, one of the GOP members of the Senate decided to shut her up. Last month, President Donald Trump nominated Brett Kavanaugh to replace Anthony Kennedy on the Supreme Court. What matters is not a judge's personal views, but whether they can set aside those views to do what the law and the Constitution require. Trump said during the announcement from the East Room of the White House, "I am pleased to say I have found without a doubt such a person. It is my honor to announce that I will nominate Justice Brett Kavanaugh to the United States Supreme Court," the president added. Kavanaugh serves on the Court of Appeals for the District of Columbia Circuit, which often rules on major challenges to federal laws and policies. If confirmed, he would make the Supreme Court solidly conservative, joining Chief Justice John Roberts and Justice Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, Neil Gorsuch, in a potential 5-vote majority. He would be sure to join the conservatives more often than Kennedy, who sometimes voted with the court's liberals in cases raising hot-button social issues. Of course, Trump was going to catch flack from the left no matter who he picked to fill Kennedy's seat. However, the amount of resistance he is facing after nominating 53-year-old Kavanaugh, a pillar of impartiality, and by all accounts a brilliant legal mind, is a bit ridiculous, especially when you consider Trump's predecessors had a habit of choosing far-left activist judges like weirdo Ruth Bader Ginsburg. The Democrats are now going out of their way to make the confirmation process for Kavanaugh as difficult as possible for Republicans, and Senator Kamala Harris seems to be leading the misguided crusade against him. Earlier this week, Harris asked for the release of more documents showing Kavanaugh's full record, alleging that lawmakers had not been given enough information to make a proper judgment call about him. Right now, the only documents from Kavanaugh's record that the Senate has received are documents that have been pre-approved by George W. Bush and Steve Bannon's lawyer, a man who also used to work for Kavanaugh. Harris tweeted, "It's unacceptable. We need to see his real full record." I got an idea. Let's take a look at Senator Kamala Harris's real full record. I'm sure we'll find a doozies in those records. However, GOP Senator Tom Cotton shot back, saying that Harris doesn't need any more documents because she's already said she's voting no on Kavanaugh. You already said you're voting no without a hearing or even a meeting with him. Cotton tweeted on Wednesday, "Your mind is made up. Senator Kamala Harris, you don't need any more documents." Exactly. Tom Cotton, he's a great guy. So, as Senator Cotton noted, the Democrats have all the information they need about Kavanaugh, especially from a group of people who have already made their minds up about the man. To continue providing them with loads of documents they will never read anyway would simply be a big waste of time and energy at this point. Besides, the Democrats aren't big on reading anything anyway. Remember when Pelosi told us we would have to pass Obamacare in order to see what was in the bill? These fools never do their research beforehand, so why should we go out of our way to make sure they have every document pertaining to Kavanaugh that exists? Give it a rest, right? And how about when Kavanaugh was supposed to meet with the Democrats, and I think it was Kamala Harris's office, they failed to mention that she didn't even reply back to the meeting, doesn't want to meet with Kavanaugh. I think that's what they said. Somebody from the office or her herself screamed that we're not interested in Kavanaugh. And so what are they asking for paperwork? Let's get the paperwork on them. Let's see what other little tidbits about her previous affair, how she got into government, right? with the married man that's that was way older than her. I forgot his name, but yeah, let's go through her track record and see how that fits in. And she's dissing Kavanaugh. She was going to vote no anyway, whether whether he had the most perfect record. They were against it. But look, everybody's onto their games and they're calling him out for their games. But I don't know why they didn't call her out when Kavanaugh was supposed to set up a meeting with this, this doozy. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.